Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom, and welcome to another episode of the Just Seen podcast. Today, I want to talk about beginner's luck. The reason why I want to talk about beginner's luck is because we get into situations like I've learned that, and I've observed just from my own personal experience and just people around me, like when they're telling the stories of how they got great at something and all of these things, it's always the same thing. I was just good at it at the beginning, and then it just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so what happened? So I was like, the beginner's luck helped. The beginner's luck kicked in. You have those moments where beginner's luck sparks and keeps things going. So it's like, how powerful is beginner's luck? And exactly what is beginner's luck? As you see to the title, beginner's luck is the universe's green light. I personally feel, whether that be, the universe, Allah, God, Jehovah, Yeshua, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, whatever it is that you identify with. Beginner's luck, once it hits you, it's like, I don't feel like it's luck. I don't feel like it's luck. I feel like it's reassurance. I feel like it's a capacity and a catalyst to say, this can be your shit if you want it to be your shit. This can be for you if you want it to be for you. This can be everything that you want it to be if you want it to be it. But it requires work after. That's the delineating factor between beginner's luck transitioning you into something different, something greater, or beginner's luck being just a flash in the day, just a quote unquote opportunity that happened. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the work you got to put in after the beginner's luck, because we always talk about beginner's luck, but no one really wants to ever really put the words to what the next steps are. It's like, okay, bam, you get beginner's luck. I personally feel like I said, beginner's luck is just to get you in the game, to give you the confidence to get in the game. Now you have to stay in the game and work until you have veteran's experience. Beginner's luck is ultimately supposed to grow to veteran's experience. But the disconnect is when people have beginner's luck and it becomes easy. When shit is easy, when shit is not easy because after beginner's luck, nothing else is easy. You feel what I'm saying? But because nothing else is easy, people, if it was for me, I wouldn't have to. Let me say this too, because I'm definitely going to dive into this in this episode. Stop with that bullshit about if it's not for me, if it's for me, then I don't have to work or worry about it. No, shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have to work. You have to still work. That's that bullshit. That's that lazy shit. That's the reason why when beginner's luck hits and the shit runs out, you're like, oh, I guess it just ain't for me. Because what for me ain't got to be for me. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. My bad. I got triggered because I hate when people come to me with that bullshit. Like, it just ain't for no. You stop putting in the work. You didn't put in the work anymore. You feel me? And I'm going to show that on multiple levels. Beginner's luck from relationships, from all of these things, entrepreneurship. That's why I'm looking at like this. It's kind of an entrepreneurial episode, but it's not. And it's kind of a regular episode, but it's not, because it has these different dynamics and components. But I'm going to stick to it being in the regular vein. But before I dive into it, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_seen_. Be sure to check out my website at IamJustSeen.com. To all who tip, sponsor, and donate to the podcast, you are greatly appreciated. To all who would like to tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, please do so by clicking the description of your podcast. Cash App and PayPal are just fine. Lastly, if you enjoy this episode, you get something out of it, please share with all of your friends, family, co-workers, and exes, loved ones, or whatever the case may be. Spread the word. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna dive back into beginner's luck, the universe's green light. Oh yeah, and don't forget to visit IamJustSeen.com. There, you can get all things Just Seen. You want to add the Soul series to your library? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You want to learn how to master the market for serious trading and investing? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You want to get your hands on some exclusive merch like tees, hoodies, coffee mugs, hats, bags? Visit IamJustSeen.com. Are you thinking about transitioning into the plant-based lifestyle? Visit IamJustSeen.com. You ever want to just chat with Seen about anything from simple advice to mentorship? Visit IamJustSing.com. Anything and everything that is me, you can find at IamJustSing.com. So just take a quick peek into my world and see why being just seen is nothing less but always more. Because you never really know what you need until you see it. You will never see it unless you visit IamJustSing.com. All right. Welcome back. And we're going to dive straight into it. Let's begin with beginner's luck, right? Beginner's luck is a gift and a curse. Should you learn how to tap into what the consequences are afterwards, right? So when we look at gifts and curses, right, people see them as good things and bad things or whatever the case may be. I personally look at when something is, in my opinion, I look at it like this. When something is both a gift and a curse, not a cursed. It's a gift and a curse. Why do I keep saying curse? When something is a gift and a curse, there's a fine line in between that in which a reality can hit. You feel me? When you experience something in life that simultaneously is both a gift and a curse to you, in the middle is a level of reality for you that no matter which way you sway, you still can operate with this. You feel me? And with beginner's luck, and it's what you overcome, it's which way you shift it to, it's what you actually choose to do. So with beginner's luck, I feel that beginner's luck is a point to initiate something for you, to bring you into alignment to something new. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I feel beginner's luck is. I'm gonna expound upon it as we go on, but beginner's luck, in my opinion, is just that. And my opinion behind this and my perspective behind this is based off the observation that I've had around people, especially like my entrepreneur friends, but just people as a whole. You dig what I'm saying? People as a whole. And I've noticed that it's like, yeah, when they came into something new, it's just like, yeah, I was just good at it. I just happened to get it. It was like, bam, bam, bam. And there was never really any work to put in. Now, it's also a tricky thing because with beginner's luck, you can automatically start off on a level that really doesn't need work to advance itself. Well, it doesn't need work to sustain itself or maintain its presence, but it would need work to evolve. You feel what I'm saying? For example, natural talent. Natural talent is a form of beginner's luck. You dig what I'm saying? And there's people that have natural talent that will never improve their talent because they're quote unquote better than their competition. Naturally, they don't have to try. You feel what I'm saying? But that fucks with you because when the beginner's luck kicks in, it guides you to say, hey, this is a path you could be on. This is a path you could do because you're winning at it right now, right? So people see beginner's luck and they do one of two things. For one, they capitalize on it. Like we capitalize on the beginner's luck. For as long as it can run, we'll fuck with it. You feel what I'm saying? Oh shit, let me keep this momentum going. Bam, let me do this. But then it becomes a point where it starts to dilute, it starts to run out. And then rather than learning, it's just like, okay, well, I'm no longer involved in this. You feel me? This is what takes me back and why there was so much frustration in what I was saying about people saying, well, if it wasn't for me, it ain't for me. I can't do this. It ain't just, no, it is for you. But what really is for you is the work that you got to put in to maintain that. The beginner's luck is the end goal presented to you in the beginning. I don't think people really understand that. You feel me? The beginner's luck is all that you would work for. You're seeing it in the beginning to know what it's supposed to feel like when you reach this point and you're successful at it. You feel what I'm saying? You get it up front so you can get a taste of it. It's like, yo, if you do this, if you decide this is what you want to do, bam, here's this. All right. Now it's kind of like, not we're going to take it from you, but now it's like when the luck runs out, you have to figure out how to keep the luck going, because then the more you learn, the more you obtain, the more skills, the more things you put into motion. It's like, oh, it was never luck. It was never luck. It is strategy. It is process. It is skill. It is resource. It is all of these things put together. It's not just beginner's luck, but you're giving it without all of those things. You dig what I'm saying? You're giving it without the resources, without the foundation, without all the skills and sit that would make it stick permanently. You're giving that up front, minus those things. So you can get a glimpse of, oh, this is what I have to look forward to if I keep this pace. You feel what I'm saying? However, like I said, the skills, the resources, the work, all of that stuff that has to go into it, that's the part that once it starts to drain on, people say, oh, if it isn't for me, it ain't for me. Because I ain't going to have to work. Yes, the fuck you are. Yes, the fuck you are. And because we get so used to little doses of beginner's luck throughout our lives, that spoils us. We get beginner's luck here. We get beginner's luck here. And we stay in that window and we like, oh shit. And then when it goes different, we actually have to put in work. We don't, because we're so used to beginner's luck. You dig what I'm saying? Follow me. We're so used to beginner's luck. And because we got conditioned to the beginner's luck, we never reach a point where we have veterans experience. Feel me? By the end of this shit, I'm gonna get to what veterans experience is. You feel what I'm saying? Veterans experience and beginner's luck are the same things. However, you feel me? Veterans experience is what beginner's luck is, with the resources, with the skill set, with the mental space, with all of the other shit, the foundation that took to get to that point. You dig what I'm saying? So this is what I mean by beginner's luck, is the initiating point by giving you what the final result's gonna be up front to show you, hey, it's doable. You can have this shit. The world could be yours. It could be all of this. But now it's gonna start to switch, right? So once the beginner's luck kicks in, it draws you in. It draws you in. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying, this is why I'm like, I'm not talking about gambling, because you have beginner's luck with gambling too, but people don't know that gambling has a science to it. You just don't know the science. That's why you lose. You feel me? Because if you knew the science, you still wouldn't play it, because the science is so random that the occurrence of certain things don't happen like that, because you got to look at, different statistics, permutations and things that go on. There's a lot of permutations that go into things. You feel what I'm saying? For example, if you look at the slot machine, right? While people go in and they put in like, I was right there, I was almost close. Because you got to think about slot machines be having like 5 wheels. You feel what I'm saying? It's already a number 5 right there. Each one of these wheels is not calibrated to move at the same time or move the same amount of times. You dig what I'm saying? So let's say you got slot 5 moves. Slot 5 comes back to a specific, slot 5 would run, let's say 20 times. When you're in a single slot pool, it'll run 20 times. The next one will run 19. The one after that will run 21. The one will run 17. Now, because when you pull the slot, you just see them motherfuckers spinning and you see them stop in the sequential order and shit. You have to realize that if they all started spinning at the same time, how did they stop at the same time? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's little shit like that, but it's a lot of mathematical calculations that have to go into it. Then it's like, how many people played up until this point? All of that shit plays into it, and you just happen to align at that point. So it's never, so the beginner's luck is like, how did I just be the one to get it? And then like, oh shit, I'm on a roll. And then what happens after that? It craps out because you don't know the science. So gambling is not what I'm talking about here. But in the metaphor, beginner's luck is a lot like that. How you have that run, and then bam, it just stops. What happened? The losses kick in. You feel me? Now, this is where the shit shifts. This is where it really shifts, because, the moment you lose, you don't lose, you start that. The moment you lose is when the learning curve starts. Like that's when class starts. You feel what I'm saying? The beginner's luck is the acceptance letter. This shit about to be so fucking cold. Beginner's luck is the acceptance letter. Hey, congratulations, welcome to our university, blah, 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 blah. You're here. All right. It's that. It's the introduction week. It's the campus tours. All of that shit is beginner's luck. You feel what I'm saying? It gets you in, because this is your shit. This is yours. This is why it flowed this way. We're going to give you the end result now. And what was it? Red Tails? The bull said, he said, life has a way of giving you the test first and then the lesson later. That's what it is. Beginner's luck is when you get the test first. It's like a pretest. And then you say, okay, let's do the pretest, see where you stand or whatever the case may be. You make 100 on a pretest. What you going to pay attention to class for? Because why? Most of the time, the pretest is really the final. And motherfuckers don't even pay attention to that shit. The pretest is, quote unquote, the post-test, final. And it's like, yo, let's see how much you know. So it gives you the template of this. You know what I'm saying? Now, with beginner's luck, you made 100. You made 100 on the pretest. A fucking 100 on the pretest. So that's where it becomes problematic. Because it's like, I made 100 on the pretest. Fuck, I'm going to study for. Fuck, I got to study for. Fuck, I got to learn anything for. You dig what I'm saying? There's other things that have to go into that. So now, when we're looking at the beginner's luck, it runs out. But the moment beginner's luck runs out, it turns into the lesson. You dig what I'm saying? That's when class starts. That's when the lesson starts. Because in the beginner's luck, the first thing you have to start seeing is, why is this shit so easy? We overlook easy shit because it's easy. But you have to, when beginner's luck hits, you have to hit that moment of bam, bam, this works. I'm gonna use myself as an example for this initial part, right? Before I learned how to run social media ads, I would just boost and post. I thought it was the same shit, right? But I had beginner's luck like a motherfucker. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I hit boost on a SoFrail book ad. This had to be 2016. You know what I'm saying? I hit boost on a SoFrail ad, blasted it only to my followers. I didn't know shit about audiences and none of that shit. I thought this was my audience and this, so I blasted it to them. Sales was moving. Motherfuckers was buying the shit. And I'm like, I know how to do this shit, motherfucker. I got this shit, bro. Like, you feel me? I got 100. I got 100. You feel what I'm saying? But that was the beginner's luck. Then it stopped. The sales stopped. Because I sold to everybody in my audience list. The fuck? Like, everybody on my line, everybody that was going to buy it. Then it stopped. Then it's like, okay, the boost just shows people, but there's other things that have to go into it. Like, what happens when they click the link? What happens when they go to the website? What happens how do you keep up with all of these people? How do you know certain things? Like, how are you able to retarget these people? How are you able to expand your audience? Say, hey, let me find another person that's like these 100 people right here. How do you do all of that shit to keep the shit running? You dig what I'm saying? That's veterans experience. You feel me? However, beginner's luck and veterans experience yield the same result. And because of that, you feel me? Ultimately, it boils down to selling books. You feel me? Sold books from a boost post. Now I sell books based off of the marketing side and advertising. But it's like, wow, I get it now. You feel me? The beginner's luck became veterans experience. Why? Because once the beginner's luck ran out, the difference is I didn't stop. And this is not a hype myself up moment, but it's like, I'm going to give other stories. But I didn't stop and say, you know what? This just ain't for me. It ain't working no more, so it just ain't for me. Because what's for me? Because the shit was fluid as fuck. I just hit boost. I put like $5 a day into the motherfucker, hit boost and said, pew, the shit sold. Shit was selling. I'm like, damn, I'm moving up in ranks on Amazon. Shit's hitting my account. I'm like, yeah, buddy, let's go. And then it stopped. I'm like, and I don't know why it stopped. Like, that was the thing. It was like, I don't know why it stopped. What the fuck is going on? Like, I hit the boost. It was moving to the people. And I learned, a boosted post is just a reach post. Literally, that's it. It's just designed to get people to reach. You know what I'm saying? To see it. Nothing else. It's not designed to hit people that purchase things. It's not designed to hit certain things. There's certain dynamics that have to go into that. You feel me? It's all backside shit. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. Beginner's luck. It is what it is. So in that, when we hit that beginner's luck point, the immediate thing to follow, and this is what's going to determine if this is for you or not for you, is what you do with the losses that come right after that. You feel me? A loss ain't a loss, it's a lesson. Appreciate the pain, it's a blessing. Bad times turn to good memories. My bad, I had a moment, yo. I need to listen to that track. That was my shit. But, you know what I'm saying? A loss ain't a loss, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. Should you learn it? So, beginner's luck starts the course. Veterans experience is the degree, or whatever the case may be. Everything in between is the building pieces. You have to learn you have to learn how to get beginner's luck again. And see, that's the issue. Because we have beginner's luck, we chase the new experience as opposed to restructuring the current experience to make it work. You feel what I'm saying? So you work out all of the kinks to say, I can regenerate beginner's luck at the snap of my fingers with this thing. So when people say, oh, you're not a beginner anymore, I am still a beginner. Technically, I'm still reaping the rewards of beginner's luck. However, I have shifted beginner's luck to veterans experience through the lessons that I've learned, through the losses that I've experienced and I've had. You follow me with that shit? This is what I'm saying. Beginner's luck is the universe's green light. You're gonna fall into something that's just like, bam, this is easy. And then suddenly it gets hard. Suddenly I need to put in work. You feel me? It's like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if this is worth it. Now, beginner's luck in the world of relationships is different, because in the relationship, everything feels good. Well, it's really pretty much the same, but everything feels good in the beginning. That's the beginner's luck. Oh my gosh, you get me, yo, bro, man. She know me, yo. She this, that, and the third, man. That's babe, man. You feel what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, she listens to everything I say. She holds doors open for me and all of this shit. Blah 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 blah. That's beginner's luck in a relationship. The infatuation phase is beginner's luck. It's like beginner's luck, right? The veteran's experience is the shit that happens down the line. Now, the reason why relationships are kind of very different from this shit is because there's a difference between love and tolerance. We think we're loving motherfuckers, we just tolerating the bullshit. You feel me? Because as I always say, with love comes what? Correction. Correct. You said it right. Thank you. But anyway, I'm fucking with y'all. With love comes correction. So if you are truly loving that person, you're going to be able to feel what they made you feel from the beginner's luck, from the infatuation phase. That happens when the lessons are learned. You learn each other. You learn how to explore and grow and develop each other and learn how to correct the unnecessary things that won't give you that infatuating feeling. It then becomes veteran experience, because then it gets to the point where I can make you feel how I used to make you feel when we didn't know each other at all, when we just met and we were just trying to get to know each other. And then we started to learn each other. And then we realized certain things. But then it's like, if you two, now, this is not in any way, shape, or form say force shit about a relationship. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, with the love comes correction. It's not a matter of forcing it. It's a matter of adjusting each other together to get to a point where that bullshit is no longer relevant to us. The shit that we don't want to be in our lives, we know how to cut it out, because we're like, yo, this don't work for us. This doesn't make us work. This doesn't put us in the infatuation space. This doesn't put us in the space of beginner's luck, the feelings that it gave us. Through now that we have veterans experience, now we know how to make each other feel the way we did when we was doing the infatuation shit, because now we know each other. We dive deep into each other. We seen what our scars are, what our past are, what the things that we're holding, and we learn to correct that shit. Not just, I'm going to tolerate this to an extent. It's like, nah, yo, this is going to be a problem for me. All right, well, this is going to be a problem for me. All right, well, cool. Well, let's figure out how we're going to fix this. That's what the veteran's experience is, right? And I just use that in regard to relationships, because I wanted to show that this shit can be applied to so many different things. The universe gives you beginner's luck. So I know it's like, well, damn, maybe that relationship was, no. That's why it's slightly different, because you have to realize that at the end of the day, the veteran's experience has to be about what you two can come to. Like, you're dealing with narcissists and you're dealing with all this, like, that shit is uncovered in the losses. Because a part of this shit, getting back to the infatuation phase, may very well be a motherfucking breakup. It may very well be a motherfucking divorce. It may very well be going back to how things were before you met this motherfucker. I'm gonna preach today. Turn in your books to, nah, I ain't gonna play with y'all, my bad. I'm not gonna do it. But the point is that I'm making with that is that, you feel me? You have to see, it's supposed to get you to a certain point. The beginner's luck gets you there. And it's the lessons that you have to learn. You feel what I'm saying? What am I feeling in the beginning stages? And then when I get that veteran's experience, how do I tap back into that? That's what the veteran's experience does. It teaches you how to tap back into it. You feel what I'm saying? It's different, you know? So once you start losing, oh, you're going to be mad. You're going to be mad. But the moment you say, oh, this just ain't for me. What's for me, I ain't got to work for it. What's for me? Like, the reason why I don't keep saying it like that is because it pisses me off when I hear people say that shit. It pisses me off to no end when I hear people say that shit, because it's like, sis, you're not doing any work. And it's like, I hate laziness. I hate it. Maybe it's my own work ethic. Maybe it's the fact, like, I hate laziness. I hate quitters. You feel me? I know they say, don't say hate, fuck you. I hate the shit. Because with love comes correction. So what the fuck you think with hate comes? You feel what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers, like that shit, I can't stand it. Like, because if there's no love, I can't stand, like, people that quit. I can't stand certain shit like that, because it's like, when it comes to our expressing, if you're a quitter and I'm not, we can't fuck with each other. Because either you're gonna fuck with me, either your presence is gonna make me start becoming a quitter, or my presence is gonna make you extend beyond what you can actually do for yourself. And guess which one is gonna happen? You know, case in point, I was building a relationship. Infatuation phase, beginner's luck, shit was popping, because, you feel me, we got the same goals, same visions, same dreams, blah, 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 blah. All of that shit was on point. We're going to build. We're going to see all of this other shit, right? So this individual person's like, okay, I want to go open up a school. Cool. I fucks with it. You teach. You've been in the game for, 12, 13, 14 years. You know what the fuck is you got to do. Shit, I don't know shit about it, but whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Now, anybody who's listening to the podcast has like had a personal conversation with me and shit. I probably said this to you before. And you probably experienced it like in my actual presence. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the moment you align with me and you decide you want to do something, your life goes pew. Like shit that you decide you want to do, it takes the fuck off. I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not. Like this shit is, at first I used to get like, maybe they just know it's me, motherfucker. Like I'm the catalyst. I'm the common denominator in these situations. I know that I catalyze people like that. The moment people are 100% serious about what they want to do with something, they meet me and it takes off. I can't explain how it happens. Except the fact that when I decide I want to do something, the universe responds and I just act and boom, boom, boom. People are like, how did you do this shit so fast? It wasn't fast. It was right on time. I just didn't, I just followed the pace. But it happens when people like that enter my space. You feel what I'm saying? So when you decide this is something that I want to do, the universe says, okay. So I realized that it was in my, my presence that this happened, but it's in the fact that they were like, yo, if we align them with you, bro, they say they want this shit fast, so we're going to align them with you. It's like, all right, cool. Just make sure they're built for it. That's my thing. Me and the uni, I be knowing who's coming in for a lesson, whatever the case may be. And they'll be like, yo, just make sure they're ready for it. Because I get tired of wasting my time. It's like, yo, we got to show them that it's going to take some work. You feel me? And it's oftentimes a lot of motherfuckers who ain't used to doing work, who's used to beginner's luck. It's like, oh, this is cool. I ain't got to put in work. So anyway, I digress. So the story goes like this, right? So she says she wants to open up a school. Cool, I'm all for it. This is like, what things do you need to put in motion for this? You feel what I'm saying? Mind you, this happened within a 3-week pocket. Like we had been vibing for a minute, but like the swiftness of how this moved, it happened in a 3-week pocket. This shit happens to motherfuckers in my space, because this shit happens with me. It's like, yo, when you enter and you say you want to move quick, be ready, because this shit, it takes off. It's just like, dang, this door open, this align. I know this is how the universe really works when you're serious. I'm just the simple guy to show motherfuckers like, yo, this is really there. Just keep your heart and keep your mind focused and keep doing it. So this person says, I want to open up the school. Get ready to open up. Well, I'm like, okay, so what steps do you have to? Well, I have to be a director to open that up. I said, do you have director experience? No. Okay, so cool. How much experience do you have? Okay, well, I have X amount of years teaching. Okay, cool. So that means you need an intermediary piece. You need to be an assistant director so you can get your feet wet. Okay, cool. I'm going to look for assistant director jobs. Bullshit you not. Bullshit you not. She applied. She started applying that day. Got an interview in 2 days. Then got hired after that. 4 days. Now I'm telling you, this entire experience is a 3-week pocket. Bam. It's like, she's like, oh my gosh, like, I got it. I said, I know. How'd you know? I'm telling you, look, when you serious and you like, I just know this shit. Like I'm telling you, like I'm like, me and the universe is tight as fuck, bro. Like I be knowing how this shit work. You feel me? I don't know if you heard one of my jam sessions, like the 12 laws. I said, the 12 laws clearly show me what the universe. I took time to jot down the universe's formula. The 12 laws clearly show me what my aura was, right? Like the 12 laws of the universe, like when you start to learn this shit, not just, I ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the story because it can go on in a different way. So 4 days, she had got the job. It's like, damn. She's like, I don't know. I was like, oh shit. She losing heart. Don't lose that shit. I'm like, nah, keep that momentum. This is what you want, right? She's like, yeah, it's all right, cool. You got to keep that shit going. So now, this is the beginner's luck part. Boom, boom, boom. As soon as she applied, the shit was boom, boom, boom. It just aligned. It's like, how did it happen so perfectly? It was supposed to, because you were motherfucking ready. It's the beginner's luck to show you what you're supposed to feel in the beginning, and then you're going to get at the end. But now you have to fill the gaps in between. I'm going to show you what the final destination is. Now you control the destination in between if you're even going to get there. You feel what I'm saying? So as a director of a school, if you want to open your own school, you got to deal with motherfuckers talking to you crazy, right? So she was in a position where she didn't like something that the director had said. She's the assistant director. I'm like, okay, cool. Being that, I was, in management at the time or approaching it or some shit like that. Like, it was No, I was supervisor at the time. I had not become assistant account manager. Yeah. So I was supervisor at the time. So I'm like, when you start, I'm like, yo, when you start to be on that level, you can speak to them how they speak to you. Like you're their assistant director, but y'all are still in the director pocket. You just don't have as much experience as her. So whatever that person said to her, the director said to her, it was like she went back. She didn't like how it was. Now, this was in the first 3 weeks of this shit. It only lasted 3 weeks. Not me and her's vibe in the shit, but this experience. So this led to her saying, she went to her mentor and was like, I don't like the way this person spoke to me. The mentor said the same shit I said. Well, why don't you tell her that? The fuck? Why don't you tell the director, like, you don't like what the director said to you? Like, the fuck? Like, I'm like, okay, so what did you say? Oh, I just went to my mentor and told. So then my mentor went and told the director that, okay, you guys had to have a sit down. So she was like, I said, so what happened? She said, when I went in there, my director, she just chewed me out. So what the fuck you mean chewed you out? Like, what? She was like, she was just talking like this, that, and the third, and just saying, I said, so let me ask you this. What the fuck did you say back? Because now the gangster in me is kicking out like, yo, you just let this motherfucker talk to you like that, bro? Like, for real? They just said whatever the fuck they wanted to say to you. You just let them say whatever the fuck they want to say to you. Like, you ain't even jump at her like, yo, should I slap you? Like, she don't fear nothing. She was like, nah, I just turned in my 2-week notice. You quit? You quit because you didn't like the way a motherfucker talk? Stop playing with me, yo. I'm like, yo, you joking, right? You joking, right? You feel me? You joking, right? She's like, no, she said, I didn't know what to say back. You ain't no motherfucking child. Like, what the fuck? I was like, so what did she say to you? She just kept telling me, oh, she just chewed me out. What the fuck did she say? And like, cause my thing is like this. No motherfucking body can talk me out of my shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't talk me out of my shit. You can't tell me, yo, bro, this, that, and the third, and think I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm leaving this whole path alone. Fuck you. You can suck my dick, motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Like, that's how I feel about it. You feel me? And it's like, how the fuck? I'm like, to this day, I still want to know what the fuck this motherfucker said to make you quit a job that you said you were trying to do so you can open. I'm like, yo, there's levels to this shit. All right. Look. The markets are not a difficult place to understand. All right. You just have to know what you're looking at. And there's 5 things that you need to see before you can make any market entry. First, you need a pocket so you can know which direction the market is going in. Second, you need a pullback so you can get the better price. Third, you need a battlefield so you can see when that market movement is slowing down. Fourth, you need the upper hand so you can see when the market reactivates. And last, you need a final push so you can see the exact moment when it's time to go with the direction you are already moving in. Okay? Of course, there's so much more that has to go into that, and it's not as cut and dry as that. But those are things that I teach in my Mastering the Market course. So if you would like to learn more, please visit IamJustSing.com and check out the Mastering the Market course today. Although it is directed and specialized for Forex, all of the skills, I crafted them to be transferable to any market that you're looking at. So again, visit IamJustSing.com and check out the Mastering the Market course today if you are truly looking to master the market. There's levels to this reality and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you get these opportunities and now you got to push forward so you can get that veteran's experience. I'm like, in these days, I'm like, yo, that eventually led to me and her stop talking because I'm thinking like this. How the fuck can I have a longevity, like a long-term relationship with a motherfucker who runs the fuck away because they don't like how a motherfucker talked? I say, you really ain't gonna like me because I'm saying, like, I'm not a disrespectful person, but sometimes, like, I'm blunt. Y'all been listening? I'm a blunt motherfucker. Like, if you don't like, I'm like, what did they say to you? Like, did they cuss you out? Did they say something like, I'm like, and in the vein in which I'm in, entrepreneur wise and different things like that, I'm like, yo, I need a partner too. If you gonna quit because you don't like the way a motherfucker talk, come on, man. What kind of shit is that? You feel me? I can't open a business with you. I can't collaborate on a business with you because then it's like, yo, you feel me? They didn't talk to me nice. The fuck did they say, bro? Like, this shit frustrates me. So anyway, it's like, yo. So she ended up turning in her 2 weeks notice. I'm like, okay. So were you going to go back to your old position? She said, oh, no, they already filled it. Oh, so What you gonna do, bro? Like, you don't even have like, I'm like, you didn't think this through, did you? I'll figure something out. You'll figure it out. Why the fuck couldn't you just figure out? Okay. Okay. I got you. John is back. That's what happens in the beginner's luck when you have the lesson and you don't learn from it. You lose. Reaching veterans' experience is about continual wins. A win is only overcoming a loss, and a loss is nothing but a learning experience. Wins are just accumulation of obtained knowledge and experience. That's it. It's nothing like, and reproducing the result. You feel me? NBA players who can hit buzzer beater shots, game winners, they hit game winners. You dig what I'm saying? How do you hit game winners? You shoot game winners. You feel what I'm saying? It's that simple. And then you learn, okay, damn, maybe I should have got open here. I should have did like, but you don't doubt yourself. Oh, I missed my first game opener. I'll never shoot another game opener again. I don't even want to play basketball anymore. No. But you feel what I'm saying? That's beginner's luck. That's the next phase. Once the beginner's luck wears out, it is now the learning curve. You dig what I'm saying? It's the learning curve. And are you learning? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to put that work in? Now, again, y'all know I always say this shit. Contrary to the details of what happened, I have no bad blood. I have no qualms with this woman. She's not a bad person. You feel what I'm saying? In any way, shape, or form. It's just the shit was like, okay, lady, like, how you just gonna, like, that's it. You ain't even put up a fight. You ain't even tell her, hey, yo, don't be talking to me like that. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Ain't no motherfucking child. Now, granted, I know it's a job. I'm being over dramatic right now. But you feel me? I know as I was telling that story, all y'all probably thought that. Who the fuck you think you talking to? That's probably what you would have said. Or probably would have thought in your mind. Or you probably thinking right motherfucking now. They want to talk to me like that. I don't fucking know. Ain't nobody chewing me up. But that's the point that I'm making though. Because now we're going to take it to the metaphor. Like I said, she's still a great person. Great person. You feel what I'm saying? But now we're going to take it to the metaphor. Because we can see it on that perspective. Right? But then when the shit happens, we get in these situations where what's for me is for me. I ain't got to work for it. That's you. That's you being that in that situation. I don't like the way this motherfucker talked to me. Oh, because everything's supposed to talk to me nice when it's here, when it's my shit. Everything that is your shit means that it's the encompassing of everything that is you. Let's put that into perspective. When people talk that shit, what's for me is for me. That means it's for your entire being. It's for your strength. It's for your weaknesses. It's for your highs. It's for your lows. It's for your self-doubt. It's for your mental health. It's for your emotional health. It's for everything that is you. How are you going to move through it? Yeah, I'm going to show you. Universe, like, I'm going to show you, my guy. I'm going to show you, bruh. I'm going to show you, sis, that this is for you. And then I'm going to make you learn how to get to it. Again. Not just from a physical perspective. Not just from a financial perspective. I'm going to show you every piece you have to have in motion to make this happen. Now, how many of us are going to say, they chewed me out, so I just quit? Yeah, you like how I brought that shit back, don't you? Yeah, it sounded different talking about just one person. I wish that motherfucker. Yeah, you do that shit all the time. We do that shit all the time when it doesn't work in our favor. We quit too early. We give up too early. We get to a point where it's like, well, it just ain't for me. That's you saying you ain't like the way a motherfucker talk to you. Well, what did the motherfucker say? They just chewed me out. It just ain't for me. What's for me ain't, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? That's fucking bullshit. This is why I want to talk about this, because I see so many people get caught up in this beginner's luck loop. And when they start the learning phase, they quit. They fucking quit. That shit pisses me off. It quits because it's like, it pisses me off more so because there's a lot of motherfuckers wasting my time. Feel me? Now, when you get to when you start to see why I did chatting with Scene, this is why I did that shit. If you ever actually checked out the page and shit, like you see some of the titles I got, like I ain't really want nothing. Because motherfuckers really will hit me up and be like, I ain't really want nothing but waste all of my time. You feel me? I want some advice on some shit. And then as I'm giving them advice on the shit, I feel you, but I'm different. All right, cool. Get the fuck out my face then. What the fuck are you here for? Now, you know, you're like, this is like my new motto with that. Like, you feel me? You'll waste your money before you waste my time. I promise you. Like that shit is that real, because Now I'm seeing like once people cross that beginner's luck phase and now they in the learning phase, they meet me and don't even know that's why they met me. I'm not like saying I'm some kind of mystical guru or some shit. Like, you feel me? Chances are, if you cross my path in some way, shape, or form, you was ready for another level for something. Then when we crossed that line and we was like, yo, we actually communicated with each other, bam, I took you somewhere. You feel me? It's like, yo, that's why, yes, that's why you met me. And the difference between you and some of these other people, if you continued and you kept pushing this, you saw the motherfucking lesson that you needed to learn and you learned it. You didn't look at it and say, I don't like the way this motherfucker talking to me. It's like, yo, I hear what you're saying to me, but tone that shit down. We're going to learn how to talk a better way to each other. You dig what I'm saying? That's a part of the losses part. You feel me? Because the loss has to transmute into a win. But the wins aren't monetary. Now I'm going to switch back to like the entrepreneur side for the most part, but the wins aren't monetary. Money is a byproduct of your wins. If you trying to make your end goal money, you ain't gonna get it because you're gonna miss the vital steps in between. You feel me? In that learning curve, there's things that you gotta learn. In that beginner's luck loop, once you drop down and you hit that learn again, to get veterans experience, you have to lose. You have to figure out the wrong. Like, I didn't become good at trading and investing because I was good at trading and investing. I lost, and then I learned how to win. That's the difference. You feel me? That's the difference. I learned how to win. I lost, bro. Bitcoin kicked my ass in the beginning. I didn't know shit about chasing the market. I didn't know what chasing the market was. I didn't know that, support and resistance walls. I didn't know all of that shit. Yo, they killed my account at one point in time. Luckily, I was only, putting in a little bit of money, but it was in killing my account that I said, yo, how the fuck can I make my account win? You feel me? Because I remember, I think if you were following me about 2017. Follow me on social media. I remember I made this post because I had started this in 2016, but I had made this investment in 2016 towards the end. I put like $800 in a penny stock. I don't recommend penny stocks. This is not financial advice. Don't do that shit and blame me. No, Scene did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. But anyway, I put like $800 in on this penny stock. I think it was valued at 9 cents. I did the research. No. This one was all beginner's luck. I'm gonna put it on the paper. This was all beginner's luck. I put $800 on a 9-cent penny stock. By March, this penny stock had went from 9 cents to $1.09. A whole dollar. Every share I had gone up significantly. So I think when I cashed out, it had went from, I think my investment went from 800 to like 3,400. Again, beginner's luck. At the time, I didn't know how the fuck I did it. I just know I said I bought low, I sold high. The fuck? But I didn't really buy low, sell high. I bought cheap. You feel me? I didn't know shit about shit. So I just said, yo, this is the cheap one. So that's what I'm gonna get into. I learned different dynamics now. Like, you feel me? But that was the beginner's luck. When that shit happened, I was like, I could do this shit, bro. Like, this shit easy. It won't easy. But I was given the final result of what could happen if I mastered this shit. And I could consistently master this shit. So I hit the learning phase. And that was when it's like in it, from that investment, I started seeing other things. One of my homeboys, he put me on the Bitcoin. He was like, yo, bro, this is the fastest way to make this money. And he won't bullshit. What fucked me up with Bitcoin and crypto as a whole in the beginning was that it's so volatile. It's fast. That shit literally, like, there will be days I will be trading Bitcoin. Or I was trading Bitcoin. I was trading Ripple. I was trading Doge. I was trading so many different coins. I was in so many different things. And it will be days where the shit will boom like 200%. Like, it's like, how the fuck it moved that fast? So it was like, and it'll do this in like an hour. You feel what I'm saying? It's like an hour's time. So it's like the shit's a lot quicker. It's a lot more volatile. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm in a position where it's like, bam, I'm getting it. And then I had my first major loss. I was like, damn. But it was in that moment. I think I lost, let me see. Yeah, shit. I think I lost like $1,500 off that one. It was a bad loss too. It was like, you know, that was one loss. And then I had another one with the actual investing, because the company, everything that was doing, now this was actually on the stock market. Everything that was working, it showed that it was going to be good. And it did something called a reverse split. I didn't know shit about a reverse split. I said, what the fuck is a reverse split? I do know that when it first did the reverse split, it froze the accounts, right? Because it was like the way the reverse split went, it literally jumped and it had to regulate the shares and shit. I didn't know this, right? But at the time, it had jumped to, I think my investment was like $750. But then when they did the reverse split in the raw part of the reverse split, it had gone up to like $10,000. I said, yo, cash out. But I couldn't because they had frozen shit, right? But when they did the reverse split, it broke my shares down. So I went the other way. I'm like, the fuck? And then come to find out the company was going bankrupt and shit. And they were just getting rid of shit. And it was like, yo, they finesse people. When they did a reverse split, they finessed. I was like, I ain't know shit about it. So I pulled out. I just took my loss and pulled out. I had a homeboy in there. He's like, yo, it's going to turn around. It's not, bro. It's not. He's like, yo, it's still dropping. I know it's not. It's done. Kill it. Let it go. You feel what I'm saying? But I started to learn. I was like, reverse split. I ain't know shit about reverse split. You feel me? Between that and then the crypto experience, I was like, I could have said, yo, this just ain't for me. Fuck that. I said, how the fuck is this for me? I said, where did I fuck up? I lost, but how did I lose? That's when I realized Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency is like, yo, it reached this resistance point. The fuck is a resistance? Resistance is a wall that makes it go back down. Support is a bounce that makes it go back up. So I'm like, oh, that's what SNR is. Boom. I went in and studied. I went to learn. I'm not losing again. That's my thing. Not on no arrogant shit. Like, I want to have that beginner's luck feeling consistently. But to do that, I had to learn. I had to learn a lot. You feel me? A lot. Every time I learned more, I had to learn. Nigga, bro, it's like, yo, when does it stop? It don't. Learning is continual. But at the same time, it was in the learning phase that I was like, that's why I fucked up. I said, oh shit. Now I'm able to give tidbits like that. I had a homie hit me up and she was like, yo, this stock is at $7. Should I get it? I said, it's a cheap stock, but it's not. I said, it's a cheap stock, but the price is too high. Let it come back. She said, what do you mean? It's $7. I said, I know it's cheap, but it's still high. It's a high price. It's a high price. So I said, you're going to give it a pullback, because I said, it just bounced. The news just hit. So the opportunity already hit. People are going to follow. Let it come back down a little bit. You'll get a better price off of that and then ride it up. You feel what I'm saying? But these are things I learned from the experience. You feel me? When I was talking about the stock that I got for 9 cents, that was a cheap price, but the bitch was high as hell because it started off at a penny. Technically, like if I'm analyzing the charts, it started off at a penny and now it's at 9 cents. The fuck? You feel me? It was cheap, but it was still high. And being that it was at 9 cents, I'm just lucky that it went in my favor and shot up to $1.09. But it doesn't always do that. It could have very well got from 9 cents and came back down to 1. Came back down to 2 or 3 before it did anything. And then I'm at a loss. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't know anything about pullbacks. I didn't know anything about battlefields. All of the shit, shameless plug, all of the shit that I teach in my trading and investing course. But these things were all cumulative things. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to learn them. You feel me? And now I do reap the benefits of the beginner's luck shit. And then it's like, it's no longer, it doesn't feel like beginner's luck anymore because now it's veteran's experience. You dig what I'm saying? Bruce Lee once said, and this is one of my favorite quotes, and this is one of the things, like, I'm glad I studied this. I read this book and I studied this information prior to all of this shit, because this is one of the things that kept me going through like a lot when I felt like quitting. He was like, when I first started, a kick was a kick. When I first started martial arts, a kick was a kick. When I was learning what a kick was, it became so much more than a kick. But then after I mastered it, a kick just became a kick. You feel what I'm saying? That shit took me to a whole nother perspective, because it's like in that learning phase, after the beginner's luck is the kick is a kick. That learning phase in between, before you get to veteran's experience, that learning phase in between, that's very powerful and it's impactful. I'm like, and as I'm understanding his metaphor, I always put this into perspective, because I'm like, damn, because when you do think about a kick, you got nerves involved, blood vessels, you feel what I'm saying? Arteries, you got different things that you got. It's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's an extensor, flexor. It's like a lot of shit goes into an actual kick. So when I'm breaking shit down, I have my beginner's luck. I ask myself, do I know every aspect of this kick? You feel me? Do I know the calf muscles? Do I know the tendons? Do I know the fascia? Do I know the ligaments? Do I know the nerves? Do I know which divergence of the nerves? Do I know there's little things that have to go into. I ask myself, do I know the kick? Because then when I know the kick, it's just a kick. You dig what I'm saying? It's just a kick. That's what this beginner's luck shit is about, because it's the learning phase, winning through the learning phase and actually overcoming the information. That's where that's a lot of people fail. And they never get to. You feel what I'm saying? You never get to. You stick it out. You keep pushing. You feel me? I lost a lot. You feel me? But I earned a lot and I gained a lot too, because now it's like it creates a solid foundation. You feel what I'm saying? You get this beginner's luck shit. It's the universe telling you it's the green light. This can be your shit. You feel me? Now we got to put you through the learning phase. If you quit in the learning phase, yeah, you're gonna try to give yourself the excuses. You're gonna walk around with what ifs. You feel me? I switched that perspective for myself. I remember I was 23 years old. No, 22. I wrote this song called What Ifs and What Else. What Ifs and Oh Wells. Because I was literally in a battle between myself. I kept dwelling on shit. Like I was like, yo, man, what if I would have did this? What if I would have took this chance, man? What if I would have never got with that person, man? What if I would have... And then as I'm doing all of that shit, maybe this is, I guess woke phase, probably low key was still coming in. I just looked at myself. I was like, man, oh well, bruh. And I said, damn, it was like, yo, I did it. It happened. Now I'm here. Fuck it. So I started living life like that. I don't worry about what ifs. I worry about OLs. Only way I can worry about OLs is if I go through the shit. I'd rather get through all of this shit and find out, oh, well, okay, well, maybe. But then quit early and be like, damn, because there's people right now, and this is no shot to those people. They steal my folk. When I was learning how to trade and invest the money, and I was feeding the machine the money and learning and going and spending all of this countless time learning the shit, I would ask people that I knew wanted this resource. I knew it because I would talk about it. Yo, I want to learn it too, blah, blah, blah. Go in on me. Go in with me. Let's go half on this course. Let's split it in half. Bam, bam, bam. We learn it together and we get, nah, man, I don't really want to do it. Like, cool. You're not fucking up my learning phase. I'm still going to learn this shit. And it's a lot of these people now, years down the line, they're asking me, can I get a discount on your course? No. Not on no petty shit. I'm like, yo, if I run a discount, you'll catch one. I'll let you know, hey, I got a Black Friday sale. I got this sale. You feel me? I let the people know when I got sales or shit, but I don't drop my price, because especially for them, because you saw me at beginner's phase and you saw me in the learning phase. I ask you, learn this with me. Nah, that's not me. I can't do that shit. And now now guess who you got to learn it from? The motherfucker who tried to learn it with you. Now you got to learn it from me. You feel what I'm saying? Now you don't get that same time. You feel me? Yo, I want to know about investing because, you got to get my course. Bruh, for real, you going to do me like that? Yeah, because when I was learning this shit, I tried to learn it with you. It's not no paid shit. You can't, you're not going to get that time just because you feel like we close now. You're not. You got to get the course. Salute to all my homies who were on the other side who was like, damn, remember you was trying to put us on, bro? I know. Let me join. I'm going to pay the full, because I seen you put the work in. I seen the years of grind that it put in. You feel what I'm saying? Even when I was crafting the course and shit, I reached out to so many people that I knew was looking for it. So many. I was like, yo, you feel me? I'm about to, I didn't tell them this shit. I was like, yo, if you want to learn how to trade and invest serious, people DM me only and shit. I know it was one of those shits. But people that knew me, they knew my real spirit. They DM me and say, yo, I'm in on it. Cool. Pay something. Bam, bam, bam. You feel me? So I'm teaching them, giving them access and shit. Then I launched my course and they had free access to it. They were like, yo, bro, I was like, nah, you already paid for it. I'm not going to make you pay twice. I tried to get motherfuckers in on the discount. I tried to. You feel me? I gave you all the water. You feel me? So now you got to pay the full price. And now it's like it's different. But that comes from, all of that is about, you feel me? You're not, like I said, you're not joining my team. None of that shit like that. You're getting veterans experience. I could look at this shit and tell you. I could look at this shit and say, oh, nah, that's not a good one, bro. Sis, don't fuck with that. That's some veteran shit. That's not beginner shit anymore. It's not. It's not a guess. It's not a gamble. It's like, no, don't worry. Don't mess with that right now. That's gonna fuck your account up. You feel me? But that's the reality of it. That's what beginner's luck gets you to. It gets you to the point where it's like, yo, you can have this shit. Green light. You feel me? But we're going to start to show you that right about here. Now you gotta start learning. This shit just shakes you. It shakes your whole foundation because you're like, what? I thought I had beginner's luck. I thought this was for me. It is for you, but it's for you in a full capacity. You feel me? It's not you right now. That's where we be fucking up. We think it's for us right now. No, we're giving it to you right now to show you what you could have later down the line. Now, again, this is whether this is God, Allah, Jehovah, Yeshua, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, universe, whatever it is that you refer to it as. But the source is it's going to give you the beginner's luck and say, hey, this is your shit right here. Bam. You dig what I'm saying? This is yours. I want you to have it. I want you to see that it's going to be for you. I want you to see that this belongs 100% to your ass. But now you got to learn how to keep it. You have to learn how to sustain it. You got to learn how to keep it going. You feel me? You have to learn how to do these things. We're going to send you to the learning phase. You feel me? It's just like in college. You feel me? Like, this is so tragic, but this is just like in college when motherfuckers, after, like, with the withdrawal period, they get their refund check, then they hit the withdrawal period. You feel me? It's similar to that. Like, motherfuckers do that shit. You feel me? Oh, shit, beginner's luck, I'm winning. Oh, shit. This ain't for me no more. All right, I'm gonna walk away. No, it's like, nah, this is for me. I would not have been shown this shit if it wasn't. Keep that in mind. The beginner's luck wouldn't even have been a reality. You wouldn't have been given this taste of shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Imagine this. Imagine how I'm feeling at this point. My very first investment. First one. Not my 10th one. My very first investment ever. The first one. No research, no study, no knowledge of the game, nothing. Bam. Put $800 in the motherfucker, flipped it to $3,400. Imagine how I feel. Arrogant than the motherfucker. You know why? Because there's no information behind it. There's no knowledge behind it. I think it's confidence. Yeah, nigga, I got this shit. No, it's arrogance like a motherfucker, but that's what I'm feeling. But it still feels good. It still feels good because it's like, I literally turned. I didn't have to touch this money. I didn't have to work for this shit. You feel what I'm saying? That was what? $2,200 in profit for nothing. I didn't do shit. You feel me? I made $2,200 doing nothing. That shit went to my motherfucking head because I didn't know shit. I'm like, yo, you feel me? And then that phrase, that shit kicks in. Hard work beats talent any day. Hard work beats natural talent any day. You feel what I'm saying? So that quote unquote was like the natural talent. That was the beginner's luck. They said, yo, you can do this investing shit, bro. You can do this investing shit, bro. And then they took the shit back by saying, but you got to learn how to do this investing shit. I love when I can laugh at my shit, yo. Because it shows that I've grown and I've learned. But you feel what I'm saying? There was a lot of shit and a lot of pieces that went into that. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine, I know what it feels like to have that first experience, and it's just like, it feels good. It's like, that's beginner's luck. It's like, yo, I could do this shit. And then it's like, you see the work that you got to do to get it. That's when it stops. I don't want to learn anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to put it in this and work. Because what's for me is for me. Now y'all see why I hate that shit. Now y'all see why I hate that shit. Because it's like, me personally, my own personal, like, I can't just rely on that. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna figure out how to make this. Like, I would not have been shown this. That's my logic. I would not have been shown this if it wasn't mine. But how do I keep it? That's the bridge. That's where the learning phase comes in. That's where the losses come in. That's where all of that shit happens. That's the bridge to get you to that point. You feel what I'm saying? You got to learn how to feel that. You have to learn how to feel that, feel the beginner's luck in that too. You feel what I'm saying? To where you start building, to where you start growing, to where when you have that veteran's experience, it's just like, I now recreate the motherfucking, like, that shit. Oh my gosh, that shit is so fucking beautiful. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, shout out to that sister though. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I wasn't shitting on her. But I had to use that to show, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. You feel me? Now, her and I talk. Now it's like, oh, you did what you, yeah. Like, how did you not quit? Because I knew this was my shit. You feel me? Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, when we hit that first roadblock, a lot of times we give up because, like, it just ain't for me. Nah, it is for you. You got to figure out how to knock this motherfucking wall down. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to give you clear access. You feel me? This is your free trial. We're going to give you your free trial to get everything. You're going to get everything. We're going to show you from the beginning. This is what it is. Now, we're not even going to show you what you got to fix. You got to figure out where these things work at and let the pieces fall. So like when I look at in building my course, you feel me? In building my course, how it was able to be built was because it was all of the things that I had to learn to not lose again. You feel me? Learning about stop losses, learning about entries, learning about, take profits, learning about how certain things, the psychology behind the shit. It's a lot that goes into trading. It's a lot that goes into investing. It's not just, you just buy low and sell high. When do you buy low and sell high? It's little shit like that. But it was in those moments where, bam, okay, how do I know how long I should ride the wave? Okay, cool. That's when I learned about support and resistance. Then support and resistance, I said, oh, this shit happens in pockets. Oh, okay, cool. Support and resistance, it comes back. Where does it come back? Different things happen. I learned about the indicators, Fibonacci's, all of these things. I'm like, bro, this shit is really a science. Bro, this ain't gambling. This ain't just a hope and a wish. You got to know how to do this shit, bro. You feel me? Sent me back in. That shit happens to every fucking person on the face of this earth. Everything you desire that you want to have, that you want to do, you get it. You get it in the beginning. The problem is with the beginner's luck, it confuses the fuck out of it because you're like, if I got it right now, why the fuck can't I keep it? You can't keep it because you will not do the work in between the learning phase. That's why you won't keep it. And you believe if it's for me, I won't have to work for it. No, if it's for you, you're going to have to work twice as hard because you have to, it's for every part of you. Every aspect of you is now needed in this. That's why it's for you. That's why you got the small taste of it. It's like, here you go. Here you go. Now you have to do what's necessary in between it to get to that point where you have to transition. You have to traverse the plane to go from beginner's luck to veteran's experience because the two are the same shit. The only difference is the learning phase in between. Did you lose or did you win? And don't forget to take a moment to go get your exclusive merchandise from Just Scenes merch. At Just Scenes, each piece is specifically crafted with positive imagery and symbolism. From the titles and designs to the descriptions, each style gives you something to feel great about. With everything from hoodies and tees to coffee mugs and tote bags, we have something for the entire family. So be sure to get yours today. Find us on Instagram at Just Scenes merch and get your merchandise right now. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to wrap it up there. Now, I know in this one, I told more stories about myself. I told more about myself this time, only because it's like, it's easier to talk about, my perspective. And the only reason why I use that sister as an example, it wasn't to like try to, down, but it was to show we all go through that shit. We all go through that shit. It sounds different when it's just like you put it to a specific thing. It's like, man, I wish a manager would talk to me crazy like that. The fuck, they got me fucked up. But your managers talk to you crazy all the time when you're beginning phase and you're trying to go through your learning phase. All those experiences, they're managers. In that learning phase, once the universe gives you the green light for the beginner's luck and you start losing, everything after that is just a manager to get you to that point. How many times have you turned in until we notice? How many times have you no-call, no-show? How many times have you just quit? You feel me? Oh, this just ain't for me. It's too demanding. It's requiring too much. Like, yo, to whom much is given, much is fucking required. I'm a testament to that shit. I know that's in the Bible, but that's a real reality. But I'm a testament to that motherfucker. You feel me? When I look at all of the shit that I put in, like, a lot of the shit that I put back into the world, like, I don't think a lot of people know what actually went into that shit. Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? I had this woman, she told me about how my book Hitting It Raw. She was like, yo, that was under 70 pages. It's an ebook. She's like, it's under 70 pages. And you completely just gave me how did you do it? I said, well, it's kind of like, I've been studying this shit all my life. You feel what I'm saying? And that, like, to be able to do that, it's like to whom much is given, much is required. It's a lot of work I had to put in to be able to do that shit. You feel me? Now don't get me, like I said, I got the green lights. But then I got the learning phase in between. I got the beginner's luck. The shit was simple. You feel what I'm saying? When I made my herbal multivitamin, when I say I got that shit right the first time, I got it right the first time. But I can't duplicate the process now. Because in learning it, I'm like, where did I fuck up? I'm still trying to figure, like, I cannot release it yet because there's still more components that have to go to. I do know it works. I do know that what it did to my homegirl, you feel me? It completely, like, doctors said that it takes at least like 6 months for the A1C levels when you have diabetes to drop 1 point. Her shit dropped 7 points in a month. Her pancreas had revitalized. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. You feel me? Like I said, look, let me use this herb, this quantity. I'm gonna use the vegetable glycerin. I'm gonna use water. Bam, 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 shake it up, put in the thing, send it to her. Bam, bam, bam. She said, bro, this shit worked instantly. I know. That was tapped in from the universe. Like, they showed me that shit, but now they say, now we got to show you why it's here in the world. You feel me? We got to show you where you can go to find these things. You feel me? That was the beginner's luck shit. But now you got to go do your part to go find these things in the world. You feel what I'm saying? You have to find these things. You know, I study a lot. I know. That's why it's called Profane Profanity, because I don't want y'all to think I'm just, like, I study a lot. And I do this shit for a reason. Because there's always a beginner's luck thing, and it just hits me. It's like, oh, shit. Now, I've done it so much that I like it. I love the reward for reaching veterans experience far more than I love what it gives me. Like, I love that shit. When I'm coming into something totally new, completely fucking new, I'm like, yeah, I got the green light on that. I got the beginner's luck in this shit. Okay, when do I start learning? You feel me? Now? You feel me? Now I just, like, once I get the beginner's luck shit, I already go ahead and skip the phase of getting the notion that I have to start learning something. I'm like, okay, let me see what I got to learn with this. And it speeds up the process now because I know what to expect. But you feel me? Everybody gets the beginner's luck. The more things you become good at, the more things that are for you, you'll start to see it happen a lot faster. You'll be like, hey, I want to do this. Beginner's luck, it seems like you can't fucking miss. It seems like you can't fucking miss because that's your shit. Now you got to put it in fucking work. Now you're going to get that learning phase where it's going to get hard. It's going to be like, this is what it is. Do I quit? Because I ain't got the time for this, or I can't do this, or I don't like the way a motherfucker talk to me. You feel me? That's a cold metaphor. Because within this learning phase, there's going to be a lot of shit that you don't like talking to you. You feel me? There's going to be a lot of shit that you don't like talking to you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, trying to figure out how to recreate the beginner's luck after you lost. It's like, damn, how do I do that shit? Because you go from that high feeling to a drop. Now you realize that I have to create this high feeling. It doesn't automatically come. It moves the way I need it to move based off of the learning experience. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to do this episode because I see people, especially my entrepreneur squad. I see some of y'all on one side, some of y'all on the other. You feel me? Some of y'all are pushing through. You feel me? Some of y'all are really pushing through, and I'm watching y'all and I'm like, yo, that's it. Keep fucking learning. Keep doing that shit. Keep breaking through that. Because when you hit that veteran's experience, you won't even know you a veteran yet. You won't even know that shit. You just know that you just, bam, snapping shit off. You become the resource. Motherfuckers just start coming to you. You don't even know it. That right there is when the universe started to align with you. Say, all right, you're learning. You're starting to get past a certain point. But don't stop, because it's not until you get that exact same feeling that you had, or that exact same moment, or a very close moment, or even greater moment that you had with the beginner's luck that you get with the veteran's experience. Case in point, I started off with the books, and I'm gonna tie it back down here. When I first started advertising my books, social media wise, I'll make a post on my main page, boost it. That's it. Now, this was my main page. It's like, boost it. Like, now, my main page had no structure. It has no structure. It's organized chaos. I'll say that. It's organized chaos. You're going to learn something, you're going to get something, you're going to laugh. My whole thing behind that shit is laughter and learning. If I make you laugh first, by the time I drop something for you to learn, it sticks. I'm telling you, this shit works. It's like, motherfuckers, you laugh. Bing, I give you a thought. Oh, shit. Because now you're expecting it. You're expecting a joke. You're expecting some kind of humor. And then sometimes I fuck with y'all and I blend it to, and I put the information in the joke and you didn't even catch it. But it stuck to you and now it hit. You feel what I'm saying? Levels of shit. But anyway, so I'm boosting the post. Now I'm boosting my book and shit. And then it's like, I just boosted it. You know what I mean? or quote unquote promote it. I think that's what they changed it to, but whatever. So it's running to a whole bunch of other things. And it's like, yeah, I sold some books off of it. I did. Some people followed me off of it. I got some new followers and shit. And again, I had that feeling of the success of selling it. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that shit felt good, right? Then it stopped, and I knew that I had to learn more. So what did I have to learn? First, I needed a flow. I needed people. I needed to create I had to create an individual page for So For Real Books. That's it. Just, this is it. Nobody else can see all of this other. They can't see all of this other shit. They need to see this because it gets lost in translation. Initially, I'm like, yo, if you like my captions, you should like my books. The fuck? No. It's not that simple. There's a difference in the things. I had to learn what marketing really was. I had to learn that there's a difference between marketing and advertising. I had to learn how to actually break down social media marketing. And it's not just a boost. You cannot just boost a post. It's a whole backside of shit that you have to cater to different people. There's people who you can reach, like just show the shit to. There's people who will actively engage. There's people who will click on the link and go to another part. There's people who will actually convert as purchasers. You feel what I'm saying? There's literally people who literally just add shit to their cart and walk the fuck away. What? Why? Who the fuck are you? Just buy the shit. You're here. You came all the way to the store, came to the register, put it in and said, nope, I don't want it. You feel me? But I digress. These are things that I had to learn to where it's like now to see that, like, to it's as modest as it sounds. Like this is the confidence that I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? It's arrogance when I'm boosting the post and I'm getting a sale. Yeah, I sell books. You feel me? But now it's confidence. It's confidence. The veteran's experience. That when I've got an ad running, I'm selling some books today, right? Fuck, like, it's like, I'm not even thinking about it. The real question is just how many. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, do I want to scale? Am I ready to scale? How many do I want? You feel me? But it's like, that's not what I'm worried about anymore. But I now have the beginner's luck in the veteran's experience. I realize they're the same thing. The only difference is the gap in between and the information, because I learned a lot of shit on how to actually run an ad correctly. It's like, you can't just boost this shit. Again, the kicks with Bruce Lee. Now it's like, an ad is just an ad. When I first started, an ad was just an ad. Boost that motherfucker. When I first learned, I said, bro, I got to learn about pixels. I got to learn about websites. I got to learn about pages, cookies. I got to learn about all of these different things. Oh shit, landing page views, page engagement. I got to create audience pools. I got lookalike audiences. I got all of this shit. What the fuck, man? Now, an ad is just an ad. You feel me? But the beginner's phase and the veteran's experience is the same thing. It's just the veteran's experience has the same exact feel, but everything that you had to go into it. You feel me? Because I told myself, and this is when I tell people, you got to be careful what you tell the universe. No, I'm not going to say that. You got to be careful what you mean when you tell the universe you're going to do some shit. I told everybody I was going to retire at 28. You feel me? I told everybody that shit. I told everybody I was never going to work again. I did. You feel me? Then I also told everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have all my shit on autopilot. Well, how the fuck you think you're going to get autopilot, bro? You feel what I'm saying? This shit just came up. And now, all of my shit's on autopilot. You feel me? But there was a lot that had to go into that shit. Like, you got to know that shit. You got to know that part to it. You feel what I'm saying? For you, whether it's entrepreneur, relationship, whatever the case may be, there's whatever it is in life, you're going to get the beginner's luck. You're going to get that initial phase that feels so fucking good, that gives you the green light to say, yes, this is going to be your shit. Then immediately after that, you're going to get to work. Do you quit? You're going to lose. After beginner's luck, you lose. It just happens. Beginner's luck runs out, you start losing because you're now tasked with learning how to win. You feel me? We've grown up in situations where, you know, everybody's a winner. They're not. Don't believe the hype. Everybody's not a winner. It's sad. It's a sad reality. Ideally, in a great utopia, we would want everybody to be a winner. No, but that's not the case. Everybody's not a winner. You feel what I'm saying? Now you have to figure out, and also by that same token, everybody's not a loser. You feel me? Everybody's not a loser. You dig what I'm saying? You have to figure out how to win. You know? Like I said, I mentioned this story, I forgot what podcast episode, where I remember in elementary school when they started giving us honorable mentions. The little reward, oh, at least you tried. No, you lost. You got dusted. Now go home, train your legs so you can win the next year. You feel me? Don't just, all right, fuck it. I lost. It just ain't for me. No, go train. Go put that shit into, like, I used to be that person. I think that's what gives me my drive so much right now, because I used to be that person. I tried out for the basketball team for the first time in the 6th grade because I was going out for the 7th grade team. I didn't make it. I said, fuck it. It just ain't for me. I bought into that notion. It just ain't for me. I didn't go back and say, you know what? Fuck it. And what really sparked me, this is what sparked me. This is what changed my whole perspective ever since that point. And shout out to the brother, man, because this, whether he knew it or not, he lit a fire in me, because neither one of us made the team that year. Neither one of us made the 7th grade team. You feel me? But the difference is he kept playing. I watched him play ball the next year on the 8th grade team. I did. I was like, I asked him. I was like, he said, man, yo, after they told me no, I went to the crib, started training. He said, you know, got my ankle weights. He said, I was doing my push-ups. I was running. He said, what'd you do? Nigga, shit, I went to go play my Game Boy, bro. I said, fuck that. Like, it just ain't for me. You feel me? It just ain't for me. But that, I feel, I know that that's why I'm like that right now. I know that that's why I'm like that right now. Couple that with the fact that after not making the team, I tried to get my brother to help me, you know, because he was a star athlete. I'm like, yo, help me. He's like, nah, bro, you know who got me good? I laugh at this shit every time I talk to him about it. I said, yo, you know who got me good? Myself. Because that's what he told me. I was 12 years old. I never forget it. He said, you know who got me good? Myself. Okay. I internalized that shit. Those two moments simultaneously run together. They planted a seed that created a monster. You feel me? I'm not a monster per se, but what I'm saying is that, like, I know how to dive into myself and go into the archives to do what I need to do to get the result I want. You feel me? All of the shit that I do is the result of that. It's like, bam, the moment that green light hits and I get the exposure from it. And like I said, the basketball thing, that green light came because it was like, I think I was playing with some homies and shit, and I just started shooting. And I was just dropping them. Never really actually played. I was just dropping them like, yo, you got a shot, bro. You got a shot. That hyped me up. You got a shot. That don't mean you can play ball. You can shoot. The fuck? You feel what I'm saying? So I went out for the team and didn't make it. You feel me? So it's like, that's when I started to say, okay, beginner's luck is a real thing. Okay, now what you do with it? You feel me? I didn't go to the archives. I didn't go in at that time and play ball. But like when I seen him playing ball, that night, I was like, yo, we both didn't make it to the 7th grade team. But you on an 8th grade team and I'm not. That was a year. A year's time. You dig what I'm saying? In a year, he got focused. He got disciplined. He got structured. He got prepared. He prepared himself. And when he went out, when I talked to him after that, he was like, it wasn't even the point of whether I was going to make the team. It was what position I was going to play. Whew. That was a different level of confidence for me. You dig what I'm saying? To see that, it was like, that's when I saw what confidence was. It wasn't arrogance, like, yo, I know I'm a star. I know. And he said, nah, I just want to see what position I'm going to play. Like, I already put in a position, the work I knew to make the team. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about what position I'm going to play. You feel me? I worried about what position I'm going to play and whether or not I'm going to start. That's confidence. And it was like, he locked in for a year. A year. When my brother told me the story about, it was me who got good. I got me good. I was mad at first, but then when I seen it, when he told me what his routine was, I wasn't doing that shit. Not at no 12 years old. I used to wonder, like, my brother's shorter than me by like 2 inches, maybe. Well, I kind of stand over him now. I don't know. But in the time frame when he was a teen, like he was probably like 5'10", 5'11", or whatever the case may be. But he was dunking at like 5'9". And I always think it's just, now he is a natural athlete, but at the same time, my brother wore ankle weights every day. My brother did jump. Like, I would always just see him randomly jumping shit, like jumping over shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck is you jumping for? Sit down, bro. Like, you feel me? He would clear fences. Like, he would just be running, just jump over the fence just because. And I'd be like, yo, he always fucking jumping. And then I realized, and he started telling me his regimen. He said, man, yo, every day I shot 300 jumpers. And then I played. He said, I go around the corner, find a basketball court, boom, shoot my 300 jumpers for the day. And then we ball for like, It's like, oh, you do that shit every day? Yeah, he said, yeah, that's what I was saying. You just wanted to make the team. You feel me? You just wanted to make the team. You gotta have that. And when he put it in me, like I did it myself, it's like you gotta draw that shit out of you. You gotta have that dedication. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have that dedication to be able to go to the right places that you need to go. You know, when I tell people that I got me good, I don't say I didn't have help. I knew which help to go to. I knew where I needed to go to, and I put myself in those positions. You feel what I'm saying? I am self-made like a motherfucker because I know what part of myself needed to go where, to who I needed to sit, whose feet I needed to sit at. You feel me? You got to have that same drive. You got to have that same understanding. Like I said, the homie that made the basketball team, and then he, not only did he make the basketball team in 8th grade, he was a starter from high school on. I'm like, that's what 1 year of focus and dedication did for this bro. Like, that's what 1 year. He's 12 or 13 years old. He did that for 1 year because he didn't make the team the first year with me. And then after that, he made it and never stopped making it. Then starting by high school. Yeah, that shit set something off in me, bro. The moment that beginner's luck kicks in, I lock in. I lock in and I learn it. I don't give a fuck how long it's going to take me. I'm going to get it because I know that if I put the discipline in, if I put the focus in, shit's going to fucking emerge. Now it's to the point I can do shit fast as fuck. 3-4 months, I'm good. Like when people ask, like, how did you write? I wrote So Frail in a month. I personally feel like it's still a short book. Like, you feel me? Like, it's not long. You feel me? But they're like, yo, you wrote that book in a month's time. Yep, while I was at work, parking cars in between it. It was like, so wait, you kind of wrote it on, like, it's the discipline of what I said I wanted to do. I locked in and said, that's what I'm going to do. And I did it. There's nothing else in between that. You feel me? There's nothing else in between that. You dig? And that's what we got to get to collectively. Like, that beginner's luck shit, it's going to hit you. I'm telling you, real. This is that real shit. It's going to hit you and it's going to make you feel good. It's going to give you that euphoric to say, yeah, I can do this. Yes, like your peppermint patty. Bite that shit. But at the same time, after you bite that motherfucker, you sliding down this motherfucking mountain. The slopes are just going to take your ass out. You're going back down to the bottom of the mountain. Right? And now you're going to climb back up to this motherfucker. You're not going to just bite into the York peppermint patty and be taken to that bitch. Not this time. No. Now you got to climb up Mount Everest and plant your stake in that bitch. You feel me? You got to climb this shit the next time. You feel me? So now you know what it's like. You feel me? When I get the beginner's luck now from a veteran's experience, that shit feels good now. It's like, yo, I earned this motherfucker. This is mine. Every sale I get, every course enrollment, all of that shit. Hell, every time I get somebody to listen to an episode on a podcast, like I put in the work that I was supposed to get. You feel me? People used to always listen to me talk. You feel me? But I ain't never had shit to talk about. Which made it fucked up because people just listen to me. Like, I could start talking and people will be like, why the fuck y'all looking at me, man? Fuck out my face. I had to learn that. That was the beginner's luck. It showed you, yo, people gonna listen to you talk. After it showed me that, it was taken away from me. It was taken away from me. Now you need something to talk about. You need something to talk about. So, all right. Put in the work, start to have shit to talk about. I just appreciate y'all listening to me. You feel what I'm saying? But that's, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap it up there, man. But yeah, that's beginner's luck. Beginner's luck is the universe's green light. You're going to experience beginner's luck all the time. When it's your shit, that's how you know it's your shit. You get beginner's luck. Not because it's what's for me is for me. And this is this. I ain't going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to do all that shit. Shut the fuck up. You're going to do all that shit. But how you know it's for you is you get the green light first. You get the beginner's luck because that's showing you this is what you can have. This is what you will have consistently if you put in the motherfucking work. You feel what I'm saying? For my sisters in the relationships, even my brothers, you meet that woman who's like, bam, bam, bam. She could have been everything and you fucked it up. Self-sabotage, all that shit. That's where that shit comes from. When you start feeling good, you're like, yo, this person is really everything that I've been looking for. I'm not ready though. All right, now put in the work. Like when I tell about the woman who was the one that got away at the time. Now I know, because of police and all that shit, we probably wouldn't be there anyway. But at the time, the one that got away, yeah, same shit. I got the green light. This is somebody that you can have, that you need. Now you got to put in the work. I'm scared. I'm still hurt. She don't know. Fuck that. At that point, when you see that shit, all right, bam, let me go do this inner work. Let me go do the shadow work. Let me go do my meditations. Let me go deal with this shit and heal. Fuck that. I ain't about no. You didn't give it to me for this. You didn't show me this shit for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reality, yo. The universe is going to give you your motherfucking green lights. That's what beginner's luck is. It's going to give you your shit. Now you got to go do the work so you can feel that shit again. I'm giving it to you so you can know what you have to do to multiply this feeling for yourself. For yourself. All of these things come full circle. So I'm going to end it there. If you at that phase right now, this is my final thought like Jerry Springer. I'm not going to switch up. This is just one time I'm doing this. This is my final thought like Jerry Springer. When I paused because I started laughing. All right, hold on. All right, this is my final thought. All right, fuck it, yo. I ain't got a final thought. I can't do it without laughing. But look, go kiss your babies, man. Make sure they eat their vegetables and pay attention to your children. They have beginner's luck a lot. And it's going to seem like a child just bounces around from shit. They have no structure. Children are so open that they get beginner's luck like that. You be like, wasn't you just trying to work on this? Wasn't you just trying to work on this? This is where the parenting has to come in. They still need to get the beginner's luck. But now, teach them the ways of walking into that, walking through it, walking through the beginner's luck that they're feeling. Don't make it work. If you make it work, they'll give it up. Biggest example was when Willow Smith and Will Smith, right? I love this story so fucking much because it shows so much power on so many different levels. It shows good parent, like it's so much in this shit. But Willow, she's doing, I whip my hair back and forth, and it was just her playing. This is what I wanted to do. So she get the hair, she's doing the tours and shit, and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And Will is talking to her. He's like, but lady, he said, baby, you have to. This is your job. This is what you want to do. She said, I don't want to do it anymore. I did it for the fun part, and it's done. Like, okay, I got the hit. I got the massive hit. I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, but when you sign up for a job, you have to do this. You got to do this. He's trying to teach her the aspects of professionalism and shit like this. And this is the message that I'm getting to. Is like, don't blur the line sometimes, but keep the dedication, but then pay attention. So she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. He's like, all right, you have to do this. Like, it's non-negotiable. She said, okay. She went into the dressing room and shaved her hair off. I'm not whipping my hair back and forth anymore. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He said, in that moment, I realized I wasn't listening to my child. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're getting so wrapped up in the fact of the professionalism and all that shit. Like, yo, listen to your child. Like I said, children, they get beginner's luck experiences all the fucking time. All the time. You feel me? But they have to start to learn how to, that's the cultivating piece. When you get the beginner's luck, stick with it. You feel what I'm saying? I remember when I was a kid, I used to like yo-yos. I used to be dope with a yo-yo, bro. I remember the first time I had one, I slipped that bitch and I did the rock the cradle. When I did that shit made me feel so. I used to do mad yo-yo tricks, yo. I had a butterfly yo-makers. I had all kind of shit. They just stopped making yo-yos. I gave that up because they stopped making yo-yos. Like, when I say I was dope, I was dope. Like, I would motherfucking sleep this bitch. Like, yo, we had little fucking tournaments in school. I'm telling you, I sleep the bitch, do the walk the dog, but flip it backwards so I would turn it around. And when I did the walk the dog, it slid back towards me. Ooh, that shit was so cool. I'm telling you, like, but kids, they have these green lights. They have these beginner's luck experiences all the fucking time, and they tap into them. The first one they'll ever have is walking. Then after that is talking. And do they ever stop? No. You know why? Because they learn what it takes to get to those points. You feel what I'm saying? They get through them. Every obstacle in life is going to keep doing that. So let your babies get to that point where they can feel that. They can experience that. They can harness that. And show them the guides in between the learning phase. You feel me? About not quitting. Don't put the pressure on them. That's going to make them quit more. But make it still fun. When they see the fun in it, then they're like, okay, cool. It makes it easier to do when they get older. You feel what I'm saying? They learn how to not run away once they get the beginner's luck. And then all of a sudden, oh, it just ain't for me because I got to work for it. No, you lazy motherfucker. You're supposed to work for it. That's your shit. Universe doesn't give you anything just to have it. It gives you shit to keep. Always remember that shit. Anything that's put into your motherfucking life is for you to keep. How are you going to keep it? And with that being said, go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And I'm going to see y'all all on the next one. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out.